almost none of you are taking notes. Baffling, right? You have a notepad out, great. You have one, that's it. Why are you not taking notes? Everyone's just, talk to me, entertain me, and that's the trap, unfortunately, that most people fall into, right? Results above all else. You're here, I hope, for results. The people with the notepads are here for results. The rest of you are just here to be entertained. Don't fall into those traps. This is not your new Netflix. And unfortunately, this is what self-help has become. It's like the snobby Netflix. If you go home and you procrastinate and you do nothing with your life and you put on Netflix, you know you're procrastinating, right? No one can be there watching Netflix like, oh, The Witcher came out, let's do The Witcher, and feel good about your life. I mean, it's cool to watch The Witcher and relax and entertain yourself, yes, but that's just entertainment. You know you're not being productive watching The Witcher, correct? None of you are like, I'm watching The Witcher, but it's getting me closer to my goals. It isn't. What is self-help? It's become the I feel better about procrastinating and not being productive Netflix. That's what it is. People even do this with my content. I'm going to watch some of Julian's content and some of all these self-help gurus' contents and this business content and this TED Talk, and I'm just going to feel better about doing nothing. You're still doing nothing. You're not even applying it. You're not even taking notes. You're not even filtering it through, how am I going to get a return on this time and energy investment? You're just like, entertain me like Witcher. It's The Witcher, but with Julien. And what's a not live event like this, for all of you not taking notes, it's The Witcher Live. Whoa, there it is. He's real. Am I going to apply anything that he says? No. This is like Netflix in real life. This is great. And nothing ever changes. And everyone falls into this trap, okay? Trap number one, watching content that's entertaining. And that's your RAS, your focus. You know what your RAS is, right? Selective focus. If you close your eyes right now, close your eyes. Open your mouths. No. Close your eyes. If I ask you right now with your eyes closed, what is red in this room? Open your eyes. Immediately, you're zoning in on what's red, right? Because that has value. So your selective focus, your RAS, reticular activating system, zones in on what has value. In this case, what is red. So when you're, say, scrolling through YouTube or even products or any type of content, most people's RAS is, will this entertain me? Ooh, that thumbnail looks pretty funny. You know, the content has nothing to do with what I'm dealing with. I'm not going to apply it, but that looks like a funny thumbnail, a funny episode of The Witcher. And they click on it. They might scroll through the video, and it's the harsh content they need to hear, but because it's not entertaining or as captivating, they're like, this is kind of a boring episode of The Witcher. I guess it's a key part for the story arc of The Witcher, but it's not as captivating as that thumbnail, and they just click onto the next thumbnail. And they're just there to be entertained. And then no wonder nothing changes in your life, because you're just looking for entertainment. Right? You'll even see people go through videos and there might be a key concept that's explained in a slightly different way to click with different people. And they're like, I've heard this before. I'll see this sometimes in a comment. I've heard it before. I'm like, that's what your focus is on? It's not, how am I going to apply this? It's, have I heard this before? Is there another story in the Witcher storyline? No. If that's you, and if you resonate with this, wake up, because nothing will change if you stay in this trap. Now, here's another reason why most of you will fail. Notice how even with me calling a lot of you out on not taking notes, you're still not taking notes. Baffling, right? Why are you not taking your pen or phone out? Are you just like, yes, he's right. What's the point?
I was waiting for being called.
What's the point? Waiting for what?
I was waiting for being called.
Wow. Waiting to be called. Now, that is actually another trap that losers fall into. It's actually a really good point. Waiting to be called. It's like, well, I know I'm a loser and I'm not taking notes. I'm going to wait for Julien to call me out on it to finally take notes. But people live their lives this way. I'm waiting to be called. Nothing magical is going to happen to your life, by the way. You think you're the exception. You're not. You're a background character of a movie. Unless you take action and do something about it. This is harsh but true. You got to let this sink in. You think you're the hero of some Disney movie where the magical thing happens, you become the Witcher and all? No. You're the background character of people who take action and follow their dreams. Right now, you're the background character of me and my life. You're just filling a seat that makes this video look great. Thank you. That's what you are until or unless you take action and apply this. If you're not taking notes and you're sitting here, I don't mind. You make the video look amazing. You make me look great. It'd be a lonely movie without you in this chair making me look so great. So thank you. For all the losers here, thank you for making me look great. For the winners, thank you for taking notes and not making the past decade of me teaching this and refining this go to waste. Okay? So, take notes. Why are you not taking notes?
Just use your phone on your notes. Use your phone on your notes.
Even if, like, here's the other thing. Even if you weren't to take notes, at least have your phone out and pretend.
I'll do it for you.
You know? Now, here's the other thing I like, because I know all this stuff. You're still not taking action. Why are you here if you know all this stuff? What's your sticking point?
Because there's something I'm going to learn later on, for sure. I'm waiting for that time.
What are you looking to learn? What's your sticking point? Do you not know? What's your sticking point? That's another big trap. If you don't know what your number one sticking point is, the one thing that would change everything, what are you doing?
Just be more consistent, more grounded and professional in a personal environment.
Okay. What have you been doing to fix it?
Well, I've already...
What have you learned so far from me?
From you?
Yeah.
The way you talk is very charismatic. It's very direct. Even if you call people losers, you say it in a very fun way. And it's
What else?
good.
I like this, but what else? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So this, I like some of it. Okay. So I'm here to be more grounded and learn, et cetera, et cetera. Being very modest, I'm extremely grounded and amazing. Right? Especially in front of a big crowd like this. Very few people can do it. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm amazing right now. If you can't learn from me embodying this in such an amazing way, you're never going to learn this. So right now it's like, how to be more grounded, how to be more grounded. Okay, what's different between me and Julien right now? What's different, what's different, what's different? And you should have a huge list. You should be taking notes as well, because you will forget. Something like this feels real in the moment. And trust me, I've been there. It's like, oh wow, and then it just turns into this distant memory. You want to write down as many details as you remember to consolidate the experience. And so even after this event, when you forget what this is like, because grounded and all is something you can only emotionally recognize and connect with, reading your notes will spark back that memory and feeling. Beyond that, the way you should be filtering this is not just, okay, how will this help me be grounded, but exactly is what I'm saying here, right? Instead of just waiting for the one thing that applies to me or reinforces what I know, what's my version of this? Because here's what you're doing. You have a clear idea, which is good, but then you're not thinking, okay, what about the rest? Because I'm not only going to talk about being grounded.
Yeah.
So if you're only focusing on that, you're wasting most of your night, and you should just leave. If you're going to stay here, you should be thinking, how am I going to apply the rest of what he talks about, even if it doesn't touch on being grounded, and get a return on my time and energy investment? Even if it's not in the socializing area, where else am I doing this? What's perhaps the 1% of my life where I'm falling into this trap of not thinking, how can I get a return? Looking for entertainment. Watching content, this is trap number 2, that feels good. What's content that feels good? That reinforces what you currently believe or what you know. What's my version of that? That's how you should be thinking. Now notice, you're still not taking notes. And this is why you're not grounded, and you are to remain a loser.